Imagine adding 1 teaspoon of green powder to your morning smoothie, day after day, for 2 weeks straight. What happens inside your body? What will you actually feel? What changes? This is Moringa powder, made from the dried leaves of a tree that grows in tropical regions around the world. Many people call it the miracle tree. Humans have been eating it for thousands of years, long before anyone used the word superfood. But here is the question that really matters. Do the health claims actually hold up? Or is this just another overhyped product that will disappoint you like so many others? I understand if you are skeptical. We have all heard about miracle foods before. Acai berries were supposed to change everything. Kale was going to revolutionize our health. Chia seeds, goji berries, spirulina. The list goes on and on. They get hyped up, everyone rushes to buy them, and then we find out the benefits were exaggerated by marketing. So when someone tells you moringa is the most nutrient-dense plant on earth, it is completely natural to raise an eyebrow. I did too. But here is where things get interesting. When scientists actually put moringa under the microscope, when they analyzed it in laboratories and tested it on real people, they found something remarkable. This is not marketing. This is peer-reviewed research. 25 clinical studies have been conducted on moringa in humans. 15 of them are complete with published results. The numbers are real and measurable. Before we dive in, one quick note. If you have any health conditions or take medications, please talk to your doctor before adding any new supplement to your routine. This is especially important if you are pregnant, have thyroid issues, or take medications for diabetes or blood pressure. With that said, let us explore what actually happens inside your body when you eat moringa powder every day. To understand moringa, we first need to address something that many people get wrong. The myth is simple. Moringa is just another overhyped superfood with exaggerated health claims. And honestly, this skepticism makes complete sense. The supplement industry has burned us too many times. They take a decent food, slap the word miracle on it, charge 3 times the price, and deliver mediocre results at best. But moringa is different. And the difference is in the data. When researchers analyzed moringa leaves in controlled laboratory settings, they found it contains more protein than eggs, more calcium than milk, more iron than spinach, more potassium than bananas, more vitamin A than carrots, more vitamin C than oranges. These are not vague marketing claims from someone trying to sell you something. These are precise measurements taken in laboratories and published in scientific journals that other researchers can verify. But here is the important part. The real question is not whether moringa contains these nutrients. It clearly does. The real question is what these nutrients actually do once they enter your body. How does your body use them? What changes do they create? And this is just the beginning. Let us start with the most basic thing, protein. You probably know protein is important. It builds muscle. It repairs damaged tissue. It keeps you feeling full and satisfied after meals. But here is something you might not know. Your body needs 9 specific types of building blocks to make protein. Scientists call these amino acids. 9 of them are considered essential. The word essential here has a specific meaning. It means your body cannot manufacture them on its own. You absolutely must get them from the food you eat. There is no other way. Most plant foods are missing 1 or more of these 9 essential amino acids. This is why vegetarians often need to carefully combine different foods to get complete protein. Rice with beans, for example, hummus with pita bread. It requires planning and knowledge. But moringa is different. Moringa contains all 9 essential amino acids in meaningful amounts. This makes it what nutritionists call a complete protein source. This is genuinely rare in the plant kingdom. Very few plants can make this claim. In 100 grams of moringa powder, you get approximately 25 to 27 grams of protein. To put that in perspective, that is roughly the same amount of protein as a medium-sized chicken breast, or about 4 eggs. But the protein in moringa comes from plants. It is gentler on your digestive system. It does not sit heavy in your stomach the way meat might. Your body can break it down and use it efficiently without the digestive strain. What does this mean for your daily life? Your muscles recover faster after exercise or physical work. Your hair grows stronger and healthier. Your skin maintains its structure better. Your nails become less brittle. You feel satisfied longer after eating, which means fewer random cravings throughout the day. You have steadier energy instead of peaks and crashes. But moringa offers something beyond protein that most people never consider: energy, and specifically how your body handles sugar. Let me explain this in simple terms. When you eat food, especially carbohydrates, your body breaks it down into sugar. This sugar enters your bloodstream. Your body then releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin acts like a key that unlocks your cells so sugar can enter them and be used for energy. This system works beautifully when everything is balanced. The problem happens when blood sugar rises too fast and then crashes too quickly. You know this feeling even if you have never thought about it in these terms. You eat a big meal or a sweet snack. You feel great for about an hour. Then suddenly, you are exhausted, mentally foggy, and desperately craving something sweet to bring your energy back up. This blood sugar roller coaster is exhausting. It makes focusing difficult. It makes weight management harder. And over time, if it happens constantly, it can lead to serious health problems. Here is where moringa becomes truly interesting. Moringa contains natural compounds that slow down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream after you eat. Instead of a sharp spike followed by a dramatic crash, you get a gentler rise and a more stable level that lasts longer. The research supports this clearly. In a carefully designed study involving 240 people with elevated blood sugar, researchers divided them into 2 groups. One group took moringa capsules twice daily. The other group did not. After 30 days, the moringa group saw their fasting blood sugar drop from 187 down to 132. That is a significant and meaningful change. What does this mean in your actual daily life? Steady, reliable energy throughout the entire day. No more afternoon crashes where you can barely keep your eyes open. Fewer intense cravings for sweets and snacks. Better mental focus and clarity, especially during demanding tasks. More stable moods without the irritability that comes from blood sugar swings. And we still have not reached the most fascinating part. Here is where things get even more interesting. Inflammation. You hear this word constantly in health discussions. But what does it actually mean in practical terms? Think about what happens when you cut your finger. The area around the cut gets red. It feels warm to the touch. It swells up slightly. That visible reaction is inflammation. It is your body's natural healing response. White blood cells rush to the area to fight potential infection and begin repairs. In this context, inflammation is genuinely helpful. It is doing its job. But sometimes, inflammation happens inside your body when there is no injury to heal. It simmers quietly in your blood vessels, your joints, your organs, day after day, month after month. You cannot see it happening. You might not feel it directly, but it is there, slowly causing damage. This hidden chronic inflammation is connected to almost every major disease that affects modern humans: heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, and joint pain, even the visible signs of premature aging. Moringa contains over 40 different antioxidant compounds. These are molecules that help calm down unnecessary inflammation throughout your body. Two of the most studied ones in Moringa are called quercetin and campherol. These compounds work by blocking the specific enzymes that create inflammatory signals in your body. They essentially tell your immune system to calm down when there is no real threat to fight. Another important group of compounds in Moringa are called isothiocyanates. These work through a different pathway. They reduce the production of inflammatory chemicals that cause pain, swelling, and tissue damage. The combined result of these compounds working together, noticeably less joint stiffness and muscle soreness, especially in the morning. Healthier, clearer skin with fewer blemishes, faster recovery after workouts, illness, or injury. Your body spends less energy fighting phantom threats and more energy keeping you genuinely healthy. But there is one organ in your body that benefits from these protective compounds more than any other. And surprisingly, it is not your heart or your joints. It is your brain. Your brain is remarkably hungry for oxygen. Despite being only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes roughly 20% of all the oxygen you breathe. This extremely high oxygen consumption makes it uniquely vulnerable to damage from unstable molecules called free radicals. Over time, this damage accumulates. Brain cells become injured. The connections between neurons grow weaker. The changes are gradual at first. You start forgetting names of people you have met multiple times. You misplace your keys or phone more often. Concentrating on complex tasks becomes increasingly difficult. This is not simply unavoidable aging. This is cumulative cellular damage that builds up year after year. The antioxidants in Moringa have a remarkable ability. They can cross from your bloodstream into your brain tissue. This is not something all compounds can do. Your brain has a protective barrier that blocks most substances from entering. But certain compounds found in Moringa can pass through this barrier. Once inside your brain, they protect neurons from damage. They support the connections between brain cells. They help maintain the regions responsible for memory formation, learning, and recall. Studies show that Moringa extract measurably improves spatial memory and significantly reduces neuron death in brain areas critical for cognitive function. What could this mean for your daily experience? Sharper, clearer thinking throughout the day. Better ability to focus during demanding mental work. Improved short-term and long-term memory. Meaningful protection for your brain health as you grow older. But perhaps the most surprising benefit happens somewhere completely different. Somewhere that almost nobody discusses when talking about Moringa. Now we come to something that very few people ever mention: your gut, your digestive system. Inside your intestines live trillions of microscopic organisms, mostly bacteria. This might sound alarming, but understand something important. The vast majority of these bacteria are not just harmless, they are essential partners. Humans and these gut bacteria have evolved together over millions of years. We genuinely need each other. These bacteria perform remarkable services for you every single day. They help break down certain foods that your own digestive system cannot handle. They manufacture vitamins that your body requires. They train your immune system to recognize genuine threats. They even produce chemical messengers that travel to your brain and influence your mood, your stress response, and your mental clarity. When you have abundant beneficial bacteria and relatively few harmful ones, your gut ecosystem is balanced and healthy. You digest food efficiently. You feel energetic. Your immune system functions properly. But when this balance shifts, in the wrong direction, problems emerge. Uncomfortable bloating after meals, irregular digestion, persistent low energy, unexplained mood changes. Here is what makes Moringa genuinely special. Moringa acts as nourishment for your beneficial gut bacteria. It contains specific fibers and compounds that the good bacteria thrive on. When these helpful bacteria eat well, they multiply rapidly. When they multiply, they naturally crowd out and suppress the harmful bacteria. Scientific research demonstrates this effect clearly. In one controlled study, participants who regularly consumed moringa saw their levels of beneficial bacteria called bifidobacteria increase by an impressive 70%. Bifidobacteria are among the most important friendly bacteria in your digestive system. They support healthy digestion, strengthen immune responses, and actively reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. This gut transformation is precisely why so many people report feeling genuinely different after just 2 weeks of consistent moringa use. The changes they experience are not from any single isolated nutrient. This is not a placebo effect. Their gut bacteria are actually physically changing. The microscopic community living inside them is shifting toward a healthier balance. And here is the crucial insight that ties everything together. When your gut ecosystem is healthy, the benefits radiate throughout your entire body. Better nutrient absorption means you extract more value from everything you eat. Reduced gut inflammation translates to lower inflammation everywhere. The beneficial chemicals your thriving gut bacteria produce travel through your bloodstream and positively influence your brain function, your mood, your energy levels. The transformation genuinely starts in your intestines and spreads outward to every system. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is measurable biology. You now understand what moringa actually does inside your body. Now let us talk about how to use it most effectively. First, which moringa should you choose? The best option is organic moringa powder that has been dried in shade rather than harsh direct sunlight. Shade drying preserves significantly more nutrients. Look for brands that provide third-party testing. A good option is certified organic moringa from established brands with positive reviews. This gives you solid quality at a reasonable price. A basic option is regular moringa powder from any reputable brand you can find. Here is the most important point. Even basic moringa powder provides remarkable nutritional value. Do not let the pursuit of perfection prevent you from simply starting. Use what you can afford. That is infinitely better than using nothing while searching for the perfect product. Second, what should you combine moringa with? Pair it with healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or nuts. Moringa is rich in vitamins A and E, which are fat soluble. This means your body absorbs them far more efficiently when you consume them alongside some fat. Adding moringa to fruit smoothies makes it pleasant to drink. You can also sprinkle it over salads or stir it into soups after cooking is complete. Third, how much should you take and when? Start with 1 teaspoon per day. This allows your digestive system time to adjust. After about 1 week, you can increase to 1 or 2 tablespoons daily if you wish. The best time is morning or alongside a meal. This timing maximizes the steady energy benefits when you need them most. One critical thing to avoid: do not cook moringa at high temperatures. Boiling or frying destroys many of the beneficial compounds. Always add moringa after cooking is finished, or mix it into beverages that are warm but not boiling. A practical suggestion: stir moringa powder into warm water with a small spoonful of honey. This creates a simple, pleasant drink that takes less than a minute to prepare each morning. Now some important words about who should exercise caution with moringa. If you are pregnant or trying to become pregnant, please consult your doctor before using Moringa. If you currently take thyroid medication approach, Moringa carefully and discuss it with your doctor. Moringa influences thyroid function and could potentially interact with your medication. If you take medication for diabetes, be aware that Moringa independently lowers blood sugar levels. Combined with medication, your blood sugar could drop too low. Work with your doctor to monitor your levels. If you take blood pressure, medication applies similar caution. Moringa can lower blood pressure naturally. For most healthy adults, Moringa is considered safe and well tolerated. But whenever doubt exists, consulting a healthcare professional is the wise choice. So after everything we have explored together, what is the final verdict? Moringa is not magic. It is not a miracle in any supernatural sense. What Moringa actually is a plant with an unusually dense concentration of beneficial compounds. Complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, natural compounds that help stabilize your blood sugar, over 40 antioxidants that reduce harmful inflammation, specific nutrients that protect your brain from damage, unique fibers that feed and multiply your beneficial gut bacteria. All of this comes from the simple leaves of a tree that humans have consumed for thousands of years. 2 weeks of consistent daily use is enough time to begin feeling different. Not because Moringa performs miracles, but because your body is finally receiving nutrients it needs delivered in a form it can readily absorb. During those 2 weeks, your gut bacteria begin shifting toward healthier balance. Your inflammation levels start declining. Your blood sugar patterns become more stable. Your brain receives protective antioxidants it was previously lacking. These changes are real. They are scientifically measurable, and they begin from deep inside your body and radiate outward. Which aspect of today's video surprised you the most? For me personally, it was the gut bacteria connection. I genuinely had no idea that a simple dried leaf powder could reshape the entire bacterial community living inside our digestive systems. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If someone you care about is searching for natural ways to support their health, please share this video with them. Sometimes the most powerful health foods are ancient ones that have been used for centuries, quietly waiting for modern science to catch up. Subscribe to this channel to discover more fascinating truths about the everyday foods we eat and what they actually do once they enter our bodies. Now that you understand how Moringa works inside you, there is another ancient food that scientists are currently studying with great intensity. The research findings are equally surprising. That will be the focus of our next video. Until then, take good care of your body. It is the only one you will ever have.